What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, Master Darkboy Gaming. I am Darkboy, and this is Disc Golf Valley episode 9. Today we're going to take a look at Crow's Nest. Now this first shot here, forehand, or right hand forehand, I recommend a 7-speed, 8-speed if you want to go for the ace. But a 7-speed with some okay fade, it'll get you right by that basket for the tap-in if you really want the easy run. I prefer to throw a Saint Pro here in my main profile because it can get me the ace. Now, if I miss that ace, it's going OB. So you got to be prepared. This hole, you got to be a little worried because if you pick the wrong disc and you throw hard, you will shoot over the edge, past the basket, and into OB. I recommend 4-speed, 5-speed, full spend. You should, just like that, land right by the basket. Nice, easy tap. Okay, so you have a couple choices here. My biggest recommendation is to grab your whatever double-digit speed disc you have and throw it so that you curve over into this pocket. Now, I did not do that correctly. This happens to me quite a bit because I throw a lot of extra turn discs. But a regular disc, a regular musket, no extra turn, it'll get you over into this pocket for the nice eagle. If you do end up in the water, just take your time, approach over, finish your putt up. You'll save for par still. So this isn't like a make or break. I have seen somebody hole-in-one this hole one time in MP, and it was impressive because the amount of turn, fade, everything to go right for you to hit that is amazing. Now on this hole, you're throwing uphill, and you need to get around this mountain because if you do not go around this mountain enough, then you'll find your second throw to be quite difficult. Now that was best case scenario. I can just chuck this putter right up and over, and it's no big deal. Again, this is another one of those holes with a tricky line. I've seen people somehow, I don't know how they do it, but they'll just aim left on that tee pad, and they'll somehow sky it over the mountain and land right by the basket. I don't know how they do it, but they do. This hole, you're going to come to love to hate because it is hard, in my opinion, to get this throw right. Everything can go wrong here. You're dropping so far down. You gotta line this thing up so perfectly, and as you can see right there, I did not do that. Now I have a Vandal Big Skip in my primary account, and if I just pull that thing straight back and throw it, it seems to want to do the trick right, but it's still too inconsistent. I've seen too many people who are good disc golfers have this hole ruin them. So, this is definitely one you're going to want to put in field work. Get used to throwing a bunch of different discs on this hole. Practice scrambling because everything can go wrong on this hole, and very rarely does everything go right. Another big hole for big throw-ins, but this is one of those holes where it looks like the basket is directly ahead of you. But if you throw your regular throws here, more often than not, you'll sail right over the top. So that's one of those deceiving holes where the height doesn't quite do it justice. This hole, I spent too long in my beginning stages throwing directly over that gap and then having to putt down off of that hillside. No way. Every single person should be throwing this hole this way. Okay, if you do this right, you'll bounce off that rock, roll up that rock, and go right into the basket for a hole-in-one. It doesn't happen very often for me, but it does happen. It's just way too difficult to putt from that higher elevated space behind me. Alright, so on this one, you could throw right across that thing, go around the mountain, and then take the terrible approach shot with the putter. Or, you could take a musket, or really any long-range disc, go forehand, and throw it right over the water here like you see here. If you do this correctly, you'll run it for the eagle all day, every time. This is the only way I throw this hole now. I used to do it the hard way. Not worth it. All right, so on this one here, it seems like it's a complicated shot, but it's really not. You just want to have a good disc with an S line, lower speed. You see right there, I didn't do that right, but got lucky. If you do, like a 9, throw a 9, 10 down in there, and you get that straight shot just right, you will fade into this mouth, and it will work out real nice for you for a good shot at your second shot. As you saw, I got lucky, but I still ended up in the mouth, and I still had a good look at my putt, even though I missed it. All right, now, I have seen only one person in my entire time playing this make it to the green from the tee. And wind was to the back, disc was a bomber. It was amazing. I've never seen anybody ever do it. Where you're seeing me throw here and how you're seeing me throw from here up to there, that's probably the best option as far as safe play goes. I tend to, from the tee, throw to the left side, though. It's risky because you can fall right off that mountainside, but if you do land it, it makes your second shot way more approachable, like as in you're going to sink it. Throwing from this right side up to here, you can have some difficulties. Disc selection might be a problem. You saw I threw the wrong disc and I ended up hooking right off the edge of the mountain there, so I had to settle for the bogue. But not the end of the world. Can be a difficult hole. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me. That was episode 9. I am Master Darkboy, and this is Master Darkboy Gaming. And hopefully, I will see you in the future.